Hey guys, trying something new. Never done this before. It's the first time. I'm at home working. I got kids sleeping, baby sleeping. This is my life right now. And here I am trying to make a tutorial for you. Okay, so you guys have kind of a big project coming up, this myth analysis project. And I really want to make sure you understand how to do this document because I'm typing the directions and it makes sense to me, but it might not make sense to you. So I wanted you to have this tutorial to always go back to make sure that you understood how to fill out this document correctly so that it makes sense, so that you don't skip anything or anything like that. So I'm going to show you a few things. So you're going to be given two myths, not at the same time, one at a time. You're going to be given two myths, and you're going to fill out this document for each myth. Now, it's kind of a long document, but it's also a big project, and you're going to have about a week to complete it. So while this does look long and it looks like a lot, yes, it is, but it's also like 5 school days worth of stuff, 4 school days worth of stuff, something like that. Okay. So let's look at it. So I tried to make my mouse real big for you so that you can find it and see it. I couldn't figure out how to put a yellow circle around it the way that some of those cool guys do on YouTube, but hopefully you see my mouse. All right, so just reading the instructions right here. Complete the table with facts from the text, blah, 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 blah. Now let's look here. Anywhere that you see the parenthesis, dot, 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 parenthesis, I want you to erase that and fill in the blank with your words. The important thing here is that you use your words and make sure that your words make sense with the words that are already there that I gave you. All right, we're going to look at that in a minute. The other thing in the instructions right here, anywhere that you see highlighted text, that's because there's a decision for you to make. And once you make your decision, you got to delete the stuff that's wrong. All right, so let's look at this. So let's look in this first box. Notice I have highlighted stuff. So I need to make a decision. Now remember, I'm working off of a pretend myth. I'm not even giving you a title of the myth because I'm literally just showing you what to do. So don't just copy what I'm doing, just learn about what I'm doing. So I have, how is the text organized? In sequence or in order, mostly in sequence with a few interruptions, or very out of sequence. And I say, you know what? It's very out of sequence. So I erase the wrong stuff. Gone. Now I look, flashbacks, foreshadows, flash forwards. It just had flashbacks and background information. So I get rid of the stuff that's wrong. Now my box looks like this, and I'm done. I don't have anything else to add. Okay? I'm going to put all that back because I don't want to forget later. All right. Now I come down to my next box, this beginning of the text box, and I have this crazy symbol, parenthesis, dot, 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 parenthesis. I have this crazy symbol that Miss Cole said, like, there's something you have to do. Here's what you have to do. You got to erase it. Not the whole thing, just that little symbol, so that you can put your own words. So you look at the whole sentence. It says, the setting changed or did not change. Here's somewhere where I have to make a decision and erase the thing that's wrong. So in my pretend myth, the setting did not change because, and I'm going to erase my parentheses, dot, dot, parentheses, and I'm going to type my answer. So I'm going to say something like, the setting did not change because the myth started in heaven with the gods and ended in heaven with the gods. Boom. Okay, so you see how I did that? Where it's highlighted, I actually got rid of something so that my answer was right and so that it made sense. And then where I had parentheses, dot, 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 parentheses, I got rid of that and typed my answer. Wonderful. All right. So let me put that stuff back so that when I share this document with you, it's not crazy. Okay. So hopefully you got the hang of that. Let me scroll down and just make sure. So in part 1, this is section 1, you're just really showing that you understand the myth. You understand how it was organized. You understand the beginning, where it was, when it was. You understand who the characters are. You understand the main conflict, the problem, or the goal, right? Depends on what kind of myth it is. In the middle, what were the events? This is just a summary. In the end, what was the solution, or the achievement, or the failure? Notice that, again, we have the three choices, and it's highlighted. You're only going to have one. You're going to erase the other two. Anywhere where it says quote for support, this is where I need evidence, real-life evidence from the myth. This is where you get to copy and paste. You don't always get to copy and paste, but where it's asking for a quote, this is where you get to copy and paste. All right. Now let's look at section 2. Section 2 is the mythical elements boxes, where you're looking at, hey, what was it about this story that made it a myth and not just a story? This is where we're looking for heroes, gods, the creation of the world, this type of thing. So we have 3 different columns for this. We have the place where we're going to put the mythical elements, and this is the box that's going to be most confusing because it's going to look like there's a bunch of questions, and you're like, meh, are they questions? These are just guiding things to show you what you're looking for, the types of things you're looking for, to guide your answer. If I've typed something that is your answer, great. Treat it like a highlight and delete the things that are wrong. If I did not type something that is your answer, then just erase everything and type your answer. This is me trying to guide you to the right answer, okay? So heaven, earth, cosmos, maybe it's none of those and you need to type something, type it. Maybe it's heaven, great, erase everything else. Follow me? I hope so. Paragraph quote, this is where again you get to copy and paste. And then you have this explanation and you have this, parentheses, dot, dot, dot. So if my quote is something like, a long, gotta put it in quotation marks. Okay. A long time ago, oh, don't worry about that Facebook notification. A long time ago, in the heavens, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's my quote. I'm going to say, oh yeah, that's totally from paragraph 1. I'm going to come over to the explanation. I'm going to erase my parentheses, dot, 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 parentheses. I'm going to type an answer. I'm not going to erase this shows. Miss Cole is giving you the beginning of your sentence so that you sound smart. Don't erase all that. Keep the this shows. Keep the this tells us. Keep the this means. Keep the this is saying. And just get the rest. So this shows that the story... This shows that the myth is set a long time ago in the heavens. I didn't really type much more. I'm just showing that I understand what that quote means. When you get to characters, events, theme, your explanation is going to be much more involved. Okay? So maybe the quote said something like, a long time ago in the house of the gods. Okay? Then your explanation might say, this myth is set in the heaven, a long time ago in the heavens. I know that it is the heavens. I know I have spelling mistakes because it says the house of the gods, and the gods live in the heavens. Okay. Ignore my spelling mistakes. I know I'm making a lot of them, but I only have 15 minutes. I'm already somehow at 8 minutes and 45 seconds, so I'm trying to get a move on. All right. So let's look at section 3. Section 3 is where you're going to have a lot of these parentheses, dot, 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 parentheses. This is where I have already given you the skeleton, the outline to a beautiful paragraph, okay? I mean, I'm pretty smart. And you are going to keep my skeleton, but you are going to put your words in there, okay? And it cannot look like this. So the title of my text is Loki the Trickster. Can't look like that, okay? You have to erase this so that it actually looks like a paragraph. So I erase it, and now I have a sentence. But you only had to write 3 words, Loki the Trickster, because I wrote the title of my text is. And that's how this whole paragraph works. Then I go on to the next section. And I believe it was called that because, erase the Loki. Mythical being called Loki. Bam! Now, I'm still sounding really smart because I have a long, nice, beautiful sentence, but I'm using the frame that Miss Cole gave me. Alright? So that's how you do that. Section 4, you just give your myth a grade. Do you think it deserves an A, B, C, D, or an F? Why? Why do you think it deserves that grade? You don't really have a rubric to grade it. You're just kind of going off of your gut feeling. A, B, C, D, or F. Alright? So hopefully this tutorial helps you make sense of this document, because this document is kind of confusing, especially because we've never really done anything like this before. Please, if you're confused, please ask me a question. Please don't just say, oh, I didn't get it, and then turn it in blank and get a bad grade, because this is going to be a big grade for you. Alright guys, it's 8:54 and I still have a lot of work to do, and I don't like to stay up late, so